Second method, the given function is 7 sine x e raised to negative x minus 1. To solve for the f of x, we will just substitute the x initial to the given function, which is 7 times sine x initial times exp raised to negative x initial minus 1. And next is to drag it down. After that, to get the next x initial, we will use the second formula, which is this. Is equal to x initial minus function of x initial times x initial minus 1 minus the next initial over the function of x initial minus 1 minus the function of x initial. Then we will just drag it down. Until the function will become 0. As you can see, we can terminate it now since the function becomes 0. Then we will change the value of 0 as the last iteration, since this will be constantly 0.17018. Then next is highlight the x value to form a chart. And we will use a scatter with straight line and marker. Then right click, select data, edit, change the series name to xi, and for the x values, and for the y will be the value of the function. Forgetting the x value and the y values of the trend, we will use the lowest value as the starting line until the highest value, which is 0.5. 0.002, 0.0, then 0.0, 0.02. We will use a interval of 0.0 until it becomes 0.5. In getting the y values, just substitute the x values the given function is equal to 7 times sine 0.02 times exp raised to negative 0.02 minus 1, and just drag it down. Next is to right click the trend and select data, add and change the series to 7x sine x is raised to negative x minus 1. For the x values will be this, and the y values will be this. Now this will be the graph of the given problem. Second method, problem number 2. The given function is x cubed minus 6x squared plus 11x minus 6.1. To find the value of f of x, we will just substitute the x initial to the given function, which is equal to 2.5 raised to 3 minus 6 times 2.5 raised to 2 plus 11 times 2.5 minus 6.1. Then just drag it down. Then in getting the next x initial value, we will use the secant formula. Is equal to x initial minus x initial function times x initial minus 1 minus x initial over the x initial function minus 1 minus the function of x initial. Then we will just drag it down until we will have a function that is equal to 0. Now we will change the value of the last iteration in xi plus 1, since this will be constantly 3.046681. Then now highlight the the value to create a chart. And we will use a scatter with straight line and marker. Then select data, click edit. Change the series name to xi. And the value of x will be the xi, and for the y value will be the value of the function of x. And in getting the y and x values of the trend, getting the lowest value and the highest value by interval of 0.01. So 2.5, 2.51 until 3.5. Drag it down until 3.5. And getting the y values, we will just substitute the value of x to the given function, which is equal to 2.5 raised to 3 minus 6 times 2.5 raised to 2 plus 11 times 2.5 minus 6.1. And now drag it down. Now, right-click the graph and select data. Add the function x raised to 3 minus 6x raised to 2 minus 11 times minus 6.1. For the x values will be this. And for the series of y values will be this. Up to down, and click OK. This will be the graph for the second problem.